Okay, we're in Unit 2, and we're going to work on some image design here for a bit. And what I've done is I've given us some practice pictures so that we can look at some of the tools and that we're using the same picture. Maybe it'll be less confusing that way. PIXLR is one of those, the more you use it, the more you get used to it, the more things you'll be able to do. But I just thought it'd be nice to start out with the same pictures and then everybody can help each other out. So the first thing I need you to do so that we can start is I've made a folder here. And if you go into the class and then you go into course content and then you pick image design, you'll pick the PIXLR editor. And when you get that, you'll have some things in here and you'll see that I have a folder with practice pictures. If you click on that, the pictures will come up and I have a tree and a tulip and a dog and a seal. So what I need you to do is click on the link. And when the picture comes up, what I need you to do is I need you to put your cursor in the middle and I need you to right click and I need you to save image as, and then it'll take you to your PC and then I've already named it. And so I'm just going to quite simply hit save. And once I do that, it's down here. And so I know it's saved. I want to go back. And I just want to go to the next one. So I'll pick up tulip. When the image comes up again, I'm going to put my cursor over the image and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to save image as. Again, it comes up, it's already named. It's going to come up, it's going to be in my downloads because we're downloading right now. So again, you're going to hit save. And so what I need you to do is go ahead and do the last two pictures. And when you get to your folder, I want to show you, if I right click here, if I name them in my folder, I can then make a folder here. So once I save it, if I want to, once I have things saved, you'll see my seals here and the dogs here. What I can do is I can hit new folder and I can name it animals. Oops. These are going to be my pictures. And I'm demonstrating. And so then I can just, once I make that, I can just drag in my pictures. And so you could do that too. And then everything will be in that folder. And I can hit save. Yes. So once you get done downloading the other two pictures, make a folder, and then we're ready to go. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's go ahead and take a look at the tools. So what I want to do is I want to go to PIXLR. So it's PIXLR.com editor, PIXLR editor, PIXLR.com. When it loads here, hi there, I'm just going to click on that. And then PIXLR wants to run Flash, go ahead and allow it if that comes up on your computer. Changes you may not be saved. Okay, reload. So just kind of click through those and it'll take us to PIXLR. And the screen will look like this. And I'm just going to X out of this for a minute. Now up here, we could log in, we could sign up. Last year before May, that would have been a good option because they used to have a library that you could save your images to. That way you could get to it online and not have to save it on your computer. But as of last May, they took that option away. So you could make an account. There's really not going to be a benefit for this assignment, like I think I said before. So we're going to go ahead and just open a file because what we'll have to do is we'll save our images. Hopefully you're using your Chromebook to your Chromebook. If not, if you're choosing to use the computer in the lab, that's fine as well. Just know that wherever you save it, that's the only place you're going to be able to get back to it. So that's kind of why I'm saying maybe you want to use your Chromebook. So let's go ahead and open up one of these pictures. Over here, it kind of looks the same as what we've been using. There's a file and a bunch of drops downs. There's editing things we can do, images, layers, adjustments, filters, views, etc., etc. Over here are some of the tools we're going to play with. Over here are some of the layers. We're going to find out that we're going to work with pictures, and we're going to work with each layer. And as we layer them on top of one another, it's going to change our picture. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Open Image. And now I'm going to have my downloads here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the tree. I'm going to say, click on it and open it. And here's the tree. As you'll notice over here, what happens are there's the picture of the current layer that I'm working with, and then here's our layers. And so this is going to be kind of important to go back and forth to. You'll see that when it came up, there is a lock. It says double click to unlock layers. And so we want to double click that and see that it's checked. And now it just says layer 0. I'm going to double click that, and I want to call it my tree layer. Click off of it. Okay. So what I can do here is, I wanted to show you a couple tools. Here we have, let me go over the tools. We could crop, we have a marquee, we have a wand tool, a pencil tool, an eraser, a gradient tool, color replace, we can blur, we can smudge, we can dodge, we can eye replacement. If you were taking a picture of someone and their eye has red in it, you can fix it that way. Bloat, all kinds. Over here, you can zoom in. We can put in text, which I'm having you do. There's a pinch tool. There's a spot heal tool. Some of these I'm not going to show you. Some of them we are going to use, but I encourage you to, stamp tool we're going to use. I encourage you to check some of these out if there's ones that you want to try that we don't do in class. We're just going to do some basic ones so you get the feel for it. Here's our paint bucket, our brush tool, the lasso tool, and the move tool. This is going to be kind of important. This is kind of like the cursor that'll take you around when you're moving in between. And so these are all of the tools. There's lots of things you can do. Like I said, we're not going to use them all. We're going to use a couple. And then I urge you, if you want to give others a shot, great. And so let's start first. I thought we'd do the tree. Let me show you how to cut out the blue background. So if I go to the wand tool and I click on it, and now I come over here and I click, you'll see that now I have little dotted lines that are kind of moving, and it goes around the outside and it goes around the tree. And so what I want to do is I'll hit backspace, and now the blue is gone. You'll notice that, well, the first thing I should say is once you're done doing like a step, you want to come up to edit and you want to deselect all. And you'll see that the dots that were going around are gone. And so now I have my tree layer, and now you'll know that it's transparent, and you know that means it's kind of see-through right now. So, but you'll notice that some of the blue still remains. So let me show you this right here. It's the clone stamp. Well, you know, clone, if you clone something, it's going to repeat something. And so if I click on the clone and then I come over here somewhere where I want to clone, like I want to get rid of the blue, so I need some of this green. So I'm just going to put my cursor where something's green. I'm going to hit Control, Shift. And then if I come here and I just simply click, you'll see that some of the blue is going away. And so I'm just cloning the tree because when I took out the background, it left some blue, and that just looks silly. So if I was going to go through, and I can go up here and make it bigger, my brush, if I click on this is only a 50 right now. Here means it's going to kind of blur it. Here, if I click on these, it's going to make it sharper. So if I come in here, it's going to be sharp. It won't blur it. If I think I want bigger than 50, I don't want it to take all day, I could do 100, which will do a lot of space at one time. I could also, when I go up to the brush, I could come down here and do shapes. I could fill it in using blocks. Again, this was blur. I'm just going to go back to 30 is a better size. I'm going to come here and I'm going to come back. And I'm just going to fill in my tree. And it's looking kind of bally here, so I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to click Control, click, and I'm maybe going to go over some of this. Maybe I'll go up and make my brush bigger because it's making it like little ballies. Yeah, it's better. So if you make your brush bigger, it won't make it such little ballies. And so right now what I would like you to do is, with the rest of this video, is what we did was we inserted a picture and we went to the wand tool and then we clicked the tree and then we got the dots to get the background out. It was quite simple because the background was a plain color. And then we're just simply trying to fill in the blue, and as you can see, it's kind of an art because you want to make it, you're trying to make it look like the tree itself and not like you doctored it up like we're doing. And so go ahead and give this a try. This again was down here and it was the clone. And then when I went up here with my brushes, I can click on it. And if I use these bigger sizes, you'll see the difference. It'll make bigger dots. I could do it here where it's more blurred and not sharp. I could have used squares, and you can try out any of these shapes as well. So for this video, now you'll know how to use the wand tool. If you have a background that's simply pretty much the same color, it's super easy to get rid of that background. And then if you have a color remaining, like we did with the tree with blue, if when you cut something out, like the background, if there's colors that you don't want, you can fill it in using the clone, and that's what we've used for this video. So go ahead and have fun and try it out.